Are the eyes misaligned?
Let's see. Slightly, a little bit, but
hey,
we're live, bro.
The more misaligned, the better.
Hey, what's everybody? This is Sam, Tusk, and Bub.
I can't see anything.
He is totally blind to the world. And we're on here tonight. We're going to talk about a few things, some customs, some of the things we picked up. What else?
I don't know.
Lots of different stuff. Maybe some cool art. I picked up some cool art that I got, and maybe some comic book action. A little bit of everything. Met some cool people today too. So how you guys doing out there? I hope there's someone watching. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Kind of put up this post a little bit last minute.
That you were supposed to put out like days ago.
But I didn't, so that's the way it works. But check it out. If you guys are watching, you got the backdrop.
And new
bringing
mask.
It back old school. And a new mask. So you got new mask and a backdrop. What do you guys think about that? Dead
Yes.
silence.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I love it.
You'd love to hear it. Love to see it.
So I'm going to pull this up real quick and see if I can get anything going here. I might not be able to find what I was looking for. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So what'd you do today?
Nothing.
You know what I did.
Yeah.
Went
I'll leave that to you.
to the good old CenterCon today.
I'll leave that to you.
Went to the bam. Yep. So that's what I did today. Went to CenterCon. Met a cool dude that makes customs here in Oklahoma City. I'll get to that here in a little while. But man, show him what you picked up.
Is that a comment on there or is that like a notification?
Which one? That's just a notification.
Oh,
Which one?
okay.
Right there? Yeah, just telling you. You know.
All right.
Can you even see that?
No, I can't. I just see like some lines. Which one do you want me to show?
I don't know. Let's just let's fill this void for a little bit. There might be. I mean, there's nobody on here now. Kind of just went live. I put the post out there, but I don't really think it like really did anything. But that's how it goes sometimes.
We'll do the tiny, or like not the tiny, but the minor.
Oh
one.
yeah, because you showed this last time, right?
Yeah, you have to do it because I
Okay.
can't see anything.
Tell them what this is.
I painted the skin color for the Dead Strange from Doctor Strange 2. Because last time he didn't have the hands finished and I didn't paint the neck, but now I found a appropriate looking corpse color scheme for him.
It's looking pretty rad too.
As well as, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I can't see it. But I added the golden details around the logo on his chest.
Let's see.
But I also like covered up in like black to make it
Oh,
look like
okay,
it's
got
all
you. Yeah,
kind of like faded and worn
but he
out.
does look cool though. Oh, I can see it in person. I can see it.
Now I'm just waiting for the custom head to come in and then paint that.
Yeah, it looks pretty rad.
The other ones I might save for later.
Save for a few minutes. Man, one thing I got to do is I got to go to CenterCon today, and I thought that was pretty awesome. I did event photography for that today. Yup, a little bit of photos, and I got to meet somebody really cool. I didn't even know they were actually on it, and it was the creator of Strawberry Shortcake and Care Bears out at CenterCon, and I picked up this sweet picture. Got the autograph. There she is. And if you guys don't know, Care Bears and actually Strawberry Shortcake, it was Hallmark. I believe it was Hallmark. She wrote Strawberry Shortcake as for greeting cards, and then they decided, I think it was General Mills picked it up, and they decided to make that into a cartoon and little action figure for girls. It's pretty cool. Her life story is really neat. She went from, I believe, creative director to vice president at one point in time. And it eventually, because she was a woman, she was forced out of the workforce because that's just the way it was back in the 80s. Little weird. But her stories are really good. It's cool to hear her talk about them. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's pretty neat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty cool. SoonerCon. Didn't even know. And then also, one of the guys who, one of the Power Rangers, who did a voice for Bumblebee and one for Cybertron, he was there as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too.
I can feel the mask slipping up my face more.
It's gonna pop off. No, it's not gonna pop off. So he's trying out this new mask. We waited all this time for this new mask, and then is definitely small.
Yep.
Definitely smaller.
I might end up switching into this one.
Yeah. So you got 3 masks and they're all like the same size.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another one coming, a custom one coming from Mexico.
Or have to really stretch it out at least.
Yeah, the custom one from Mexico. I'm kind of hoping for that one, but it actually looks kind of, it's a smaller mask. It's like one of the Lucha Libre masks, and it's kind of smaller. Hopefully that one will be a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But one other thing too, we've been picking up some cool stuff, like some cool custom stuff. Bub and I like to do mess around with customs. I was working on the zombie custom. I still have to strip that paint off of it and do it. So hopefully I get to do that sometime soon. This week's been a little bit of craziness going on between work and trying to do stuff around the house. One of the other things I got to pick up from the SoonerCon was, bam, picked that up for Bub.
He's morbing.
Morbius. See that Morbius action sketch card. So that's the original art piece. That's what I love about sketch cards. Sketch cards or any art piece. I love original art. So I think that's pretty cool. And then on top of that, I also got Moon Knight for myself. Actually, I figured you would steal this from me, but you haven't stole it yet.
Well, I don't have anywhere to put it, so.
True, but I'm gonna probably slab that one. I could do that for this one too, the Morbius. They're actually really cool. And then while I was there, I commissioned a couple of things. I commissioned a Toxic Avenger sketch card, which came out really cool. His eyeball, his other eye, I think his left eye should have been a little bit bigger. But it's a custom. That's what you get. You get cool custom stuff, variations. And of course, I had to get a Skeletor. Have him do me a Skeletor sketch card. And then because Bub stole my last one, a Jawa.
You gave it to me. I didn't steal it.
He stole it.
You were given. I was given it.
So I did that. Had that done.
I'm completely blind. Also,
Yeah.
sorry for everyone that will maybe listen to this in the future for all the noises that the mask is making.
I don't hear any noises.
Well, I hear it.
It might be because it's rustling on your ears.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, how would you say that name?
I can't see it.
See?
I have no idea what that word is.
I think it would be Equinox.
I don't know. Maybe.
So I got 1, 2, and 3. These are all by artists in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And those are the same guys that did the sketch cards. I always like supporting like local art. I really do. Especially comic books, man. Comic book artists and stuff like that. I love it. These are pretty cool. Really cool, actually. So, this week, toy hunting. What did we find this week? I don't even remember.
You found a ratchet today.
Oh, yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Was it?
I found it. Yeah,
I thought it was today.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, no. Every day melds together into one day.
So
me.
I have one right here, one that you were gonna return, and so this is this is the one you didn't choose because it has like a little, not a scrape, but the paint is a little bit wonky on the glass. But there's a ratchet. He looks pretty sweet, actually. I've actually thought about keeping this one for myself. Can't really see him in a box there because of the lighting.
I'm gonna go and change my mask.
All right, go change it real quick, and I'll keep on talking. But Bub, he kept one of these. I'm gonna take back this one because it has a little spot on it. Man, it still looks cool. And then I also found Perceptor, which Bub already has one, but I don't have one, so that was cool for me to get Perceptor. I dig it. It's that G1 style. I totally dig it.
That felt like torture.
Well, we know that one doesn't work.
We'll definitely have to stretch it out a bit more next time.
I don't think it stretches out any more than that.
Well then, stretch it more.
That was a bust.
Yep. Or maybe wear it over this mask because this mask is softer material.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it'd be too tight though. And then I also picked up this. If you watch the last video that I put up about a toy hunt, I picked this one up. Pack actually hid me from 3 Livestream, hid me a treasure hunt drag bus, and I went to go get it. And of course it was gone. But consolation prize, that one came on with me. It's cool. I haven't opened it up yet. I'm saving that one for when we do our Hot Wheels show for a grip ripper ride. You know I'm gonna rip it. You don't even have to ask. It's gonna get ripped. Like pretty fast. Oh man, I totally forgot. I picked this up. I don't know if you guys know. I've been looking for this. You see what I got?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been looking for this one for a while, and because I like to just say, it's kind of weird. Sometimes you see figures or you hear about chases, and you're like, oh, I want to pick that up just because you want to pick it up. I mean, just because you're like, I got the chase, picked it up because I can pick it up, and that was the Gujitsu. Bam. Brain Boom. See if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Brain Boom.
It looks like Krang.
Yeah, he looks, that's why I got it. I was like, dude, he looks just like Krang. Ultra rare. I want to know what the ultra rare is. Like how rare is it? Like one of like, what? 250? One of like 300,000? I don't know.
1 of 3.
1 of 3? That'd be awesome if it was 1 of 3. I'd flip out. But yeah, I just like to have this one just because it's a ultra rare. Why not? I pick them up all the time like that. So that was cool. And then I got something else. These are the hauls. I'm like doing a haul like super early. Why not? Sometimes you wait for people to come in, sometimes you don't. But I ordered this from the man himself. It's a print. You see what that is?
Yeah.
So, Bub knows I used to love this show. I watched it all of the time. It was one of my favorite shows ever. And this is a print of original art piece by a voiceover actor, Carrie Means, and it's Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Does the voice of Frylock. Look at that. Bam, #1 in the hood, G. That's awesome. Carl even says, I'm into freaking logo. Yep, Carl's in the freaking logo. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What's funny, a funny little story about this thing is I got it and I was kind of like upset because it's not in perfect condition. You see how it is? See those little, like, there's like a stain there.
I can't see it. Oh, no, I see it.
Yeah, and right there.
Yeah.
There's one right there. So there's like these stains around it. And I halfway suspect or expected a coffee stain on this thing. Because I just know how watching Carrie means like how he handles stuff. It's in his character to send something like this. So for it to come in not perfect, I was like, that's exactly what I expected. So it was really cool. Awesome. Yeah, I like hit him up in the middle of the night one time. I was like, yo, you still have those prints, man? You still doing conventions? And he's like, yeah, haven't been doing as many conventions as I want to, but yeah, I'm still doing prints. So I got that from him. So that was pretty cool. And I got to put that up in a frame or something and put it up. It's not a weird print, but it's an odd size. Look at that size. It's not like a traditional size.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to be hard to put in a frame like our Batman posters? Who knows?
Probably.
Man, the Batman poster, this thing's hard. I mean, the only thing I can think of is have to have a custom frame built for that one. Something, I don't know. But yeah. So what have you been working on? Like, so you got your...
Well, I have them, but I might save them for later.
Oh, okay.
Because one of them I plan on painting, so I don't know if I want to show them yet.
You don't want to show that one yet. I got you.
But they are cool. I'm keeping it vague to the one person watching. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. I kind of said everything last live stream of all the stuff I'd worked on.
It's a new stream though. You gotta.
Yeah, but I don't really have much to say this time because I was like, well, I've kind of been just waiting for the stuff to come in to do it, you know?
Oh, you mean like the custom stuff to come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like waiting for that stuff to come in, like especially there's one piece that I ordered And that piece came in super fast.
Yeah, it came in really quick.
Yeah, so there's one piece I ordered and it came in within like 3 or 4 days. It came from California. I think it was like 4 days.
Yeah.
Actually, I ordered it. I thought it was those masks I ordered because those masks took forever. And I knew the mask, it's supposed to come from California. But a lot of times there's those third-party people you order from. And it's from like China or overseas somewhere. You never know where it's coming from. So I was really surprised to find that particular piece come in.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to keep that vague, right?
Yep.
So we're going to keep that part vague, but it's really cool.
Only we can know it. You can't, loser.
No one can know. It's only us can know about it. One thing that was cool about CenterCon, and I showed Bub a bunch of pictures from, was there's a customizer, and I did bring it up already, but there's a customizer that I met, and it was his first show to ever set up at, and he had some amazing work. And when I mean amazing work, it was awesome. Merc Mouth Customs. His name is Jason. I actually shot an interview with him, and hopefully I'll have that video posted. And he specializes in sculpting, so he does a lot of like really good sculpting on it. And so I'm gonna leave like some of those photos, but there's one in particular I think I'm gonna try to find here. And he did a whole complete redo of some Ninja Turtles that I really dug. And let me see, this is like the Batman that he did. These pictures don't do it justice because seeing it in person was really cool. I'm just gonna throw it up here. I mean, it's obviously not gonna be like you guys are able to see that really well, but that thing was cool in person. It really was. And he lives in Piedmont, so that is just a little bit northwest of Oklahoma City, a little bit. And he also had this Hellspawn. I don't even think I showed you that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this one up here too. See if it'll come in. Maybe it won't. I don't know. There we go. Hellspawn. And that was like a scorpion, man. Everything he did looked amazing. So what he does is he'll take apart figures and he'll add stuff to the figures, do chain work. In this particular one, that spear, look at that spear, what he did to that spear. I wish I could show you guys on this on the big screen, but so that mask actually comes off.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you check it out, he's got a mask on, and the mask actually has magnets in it, and it pulls off of his face. I think he might have the other photo. Oh, yep. There's the other photo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, see, it pulls off. But these pictures don't do it justice. To see it in person was one thing. And he had a whole bunch of figures there. Super nice guy. He spent quite a bit of time talking to me about his process, and he wasn't afraid to share information. There's a Tony Stark he's working on.
Oh, that's cool with the helmet.
Mm-hmm. That was all hand done.
Face mask retracted.
All hand done. Hand sculpted and everything. It's pretty cool, huh? No 3D print.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It does. And the work that he told me that he puts into these, like that, where he's building on the armor.
Good lord.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like crazy good. I don't know if I can get that closer. Not working out for me. There you go. I really can't wait till I get another camera to actually shoot some of these videos. I need to get a camera. I would like to get a camera. It's like a product camera. I could put it up there and it, focuses right on it. That would be cool. And actually right now it's kind of warm in here, even with the fan on. We've got the fan going. And I forgot my water this time too, by the way.
Nerd
plus.
But the Kenobi show ended. That's really it. Not really much eventful stuff happened this week. Why are you doing all that with your voices?
That's just what it sounds like sometimes when you listen up. Let's do it that way. Yeah, the Kenobi show ended, and we will go on record saying that is a show.
Yep. Are we going to do a video on it?
Yeah, we'll do a video on it.
Like how we were going to do a video for Jurassic World and
Okay, well, you know what? Jurassic World, you know what? Speaking of that, we could talk about Jurassic World right now because
it's been long enough.
It's been long enough. If you guys haven't watched Jurassic World and you're the only viewer that's on here right now, shout out to
whoever you are.
Shout out to the guy watching right now.
You're my favorite subscriber.
Yes.
You're not even a subscriber, maybe. Who knows?
We don't know. You could be
A bot.
a bot.
But whoever you
A bibbidi
are,
bot.
you're cool.
But if someone gets on here, I would like for someone to hit up that chat because I actually put something new on the screen, so I wanted to see how it worked. So I'm hoping somebody I know can pop in here. But there's so much going on this weekend. People that I know, there's so much going on that they might not be on the internet right now. So
We peaked at our third live stream, and we'll never get back.
we peaked. That was it. That's what we got. Like had like I don't even how many people we had watching at one time.
About 8 to 7 people.
8 to 7 times 3. We had 50 people in here.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
I believe that.
No, that was a good one though. That was probably one of the best ones I thought.
But we're already nostalgic for our third one on our fourth one.
You got to start somewhere, right? Am I right? You got to start somewhere. And you know what? They're not always home runs. They're not always going to be fantastic. But let's talk about
Dominion.
Let's just talk about that in a little bit. We might as well throw it in here.
Yeah. Spoiler warning for those who care.
Spoiler alert.
But
give your honest opinion review without giving any spoilers of the movie.
Painful.
Oh.
Drab. Disappointing. Thoroughly terrible.
How's the story writing?
Awful. I feel like
I don't even think.
I feel like this was written by a bunch of monkeys on a typewriter and not by actual people.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think
and
this was even
that's
written,
insulting
man.
to the monkeys on the typewriter.
It was one of those movies you watch and you're just like, dude, why did you even make this movie?
It's Jurassic World. The Jurassic series is about dinosaurs. It's always been about dinosaurs.
It's supposed to be about dinosaurs.
In Dominion, the main plot point is about bugs. It's not even about dinosaurs. It's what?
The main thing that you're watching it for are giant grasshoppers or locusts, whatever they want to call it.
They're not even
Let's
locusts.
face the fact. They were grasshoppers.
Yeah, they're grasshoppers.
Straight up grasshoppers that were eating the crops.
It's like...
It was basically a corporate movie. It was a movie about corporate... corporate... What? Feed? Because that was what it was. The feed that they were using for the crops.
Yeah, it was
like the seed for the crops. The locusts didn't eat.
A conspiracy about controlling the world's food supply.
Population control.
You know, something that the Jurassic World series and Jurassic Park series is about.
Let's get into this population control. We're going to get into it deep now.
It's like... It's just so exhausting, that movie.
Man, I'm going to tell you, the first 5 minutes of that movie, I was like, okay, this is kind of okay.
Yeah.
And then what was the scene that you really thought this is going to be a stinker? What scene did you see?
It was probably... Well, let me think. It's been
I know it's been a little bit.
I got to wrap on my brain about it because I removed it from my memory.
I could tell you exactly when I knew it was going to be a stinker.
I honestly... I can't really remember.
It's so awful.
Okay.
Lazy story writing. The laziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Probably the thing that killed it was the way that the clone lady gets captured.
Yeah.
When she gets kidnapped, the way that happened was
predictable.
No, that was like whenever that dreadful gut feeling of this is going to be awful began to set in. And then it got even worse whenever I saw the locusts, and then I was like, oh.
Okay, I saw that part and I was like, okay, this movie could be okay so far. Until the dude that helped Owen was now part of the CIA, helping him track down.
No, not CIA, French intelligence.
French intelligence.
Oh no, it was also when the other dude was part of the CIA as well.
Which one?
That was the guy, the Pokemon movie guy. I think that was the Pokemon movie guy.
Okay, that part too. But before they even got to that part, the biggest part was when they showed the people's faces on the screen, and it was the people that controlled the gates for now part of the CIA.
Like, what?
It's like, dude, your only thing you did was control the gates at Jurassic World, and then now you're part of the CIA. I was like, come on, man.
I pressed the button in Jurassic World, therefore I'm qualified for
Give this
a job at
They
the CIA.
said, "Can you open a closet door? Give this man a gun."
Give this man a gun and a badge. I want him out in the field.
He is in control of the world now. Give him
It's like-
everything.
It's like, I don't even know what to talk about with that movie because
That for real, that was the part I knew this movie is gonna be
awful. Yeah.
And then they showed, then everything was so convenient. They brought in people so convenient. Oh, I ran into this person. Wow, awesome, join us.
Oh, and this guy
Convenient.
just so happened to be on the same case.
Convenient.
And some of the dinosaurs just teleport in the movie.
Oh man, the whole thing about the dinosaurs and what even country was that in? The Raptors were in.
It was in, I think, Africa.
I don't even remember. Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Egypt, maybe. Who knows?
It doesn't.
Cairo.
It's not America,
It's
and
not
it
the
has the
United States.
orange filter that every movie puts over, like a
Michael Bay.
not a
Do the Michael Bay
non-American movie
Yeah.
or not location, but like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm just sad mostly, or like how
What's up, Zelda?
we got a person.
Zelda's in the house, man. Hey, Andy, man, I hope you're doing good over there on your side of town, man. Side of town, side of the world. Oh, thanks. Hey, that's what we're talking about, man. I was going to go back to my old format where we kind of had stuff in the background, so.
Now it no longer is terrible looking.
Yeah, well, it wasn't terrible looking before. It just
Boring.
It was no way to light it up.
Yeah, but now we got all the toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
your Thor figure that has no accessories.
Don't talk about my Thor figure with no accessories.
What's he saying?
He said, "Good morning, guys."
Oh.
What time
Bad
is it over
morning.
there? Over there, it's 9. You're about 9 o'clock, right? 9 a.m.
Oof.
Yeah.
How are you even alive? I wake up at 11 and I feel like I'm dying.
He does a lot of stuff. Like he does a lot of, like he'll be doing a video drop, and he'll probably be doing one. Andy, you're gonna be doing one probably tonight, right? So 9:30 he'll do one. So his time it'll be 9:30 a.m. and he'll be putting out a video over there, and he'll be talking to it, talking to everybody, which is cool, man. I think it's cool. Like I said, he has some of the best diecast racing videos ever. I love him. I love the whole format. It's very cool. I like how he gets everybody involved. Yep, see, 9 a.m. in the morning over there.
Oof. God, I couldn't.
Andy, have you seen that Jurassic Dominion? Have you seen that movie yet? I have to know.
And if so, what's your thoughts on it so we can decide if we're going to ban you or not?
Oh, he said he just did Midnight Live Fun Racing last night. Yep. I didn't get to catch that one. I had to go to sleep.
Because you're old.
I am old. He said he hasn't seen it yet.
Oh. Well, then I guess we can't. I guess we can't talk about it now. But
Okay, we gotta stop talking about this. You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Do you have any desire to see it, though?
Yeah, do you have any desire?
If you don't have any desire to see it, then we'll keep talking about it. And you can kind of gauge for yourself like what you want to do. But I haven't seen this movie, The Morbius, Andy, and I picked up some of these sketch cards, bro.
Have you not seen the movie? You haven't seen the movie that sold over $68 billion at the More box office?
Who?
Morbius?
Oh, gosh.
Morbius sweep. God, that's my favorite meme from this year. It is everyone collectively deciding, let's make jokes about how great Morbius is and not watch it.
Yeah, not watch it.
And then Sony
Yeah.
re-released it and it bombed again.
Hey, Andy, I was going to say, I put in some monster trucks up there. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but right here in this section, all this area right here is mostly all Volkswagen. I have drag buses here, and then I have Monster Jam drag buses here, and then I have a mixture of Volkswagen and drag buses and a dairy delivery. And up here I have old school. I have Gravedigger, and I have the Mystery Machine up there, and probably some Jada up there.
Gravedigger is the best one.
Gravedigger is one of the best. Actually, you're right. He is the best. That's the thing that was one of the coolest monster trucks ever. That's what we love watching.
Yeah, that was the one that I
El
liked.
Toro Loco, Gravedigger. There was one I really liked.
Backwards Bob was cool.
Backwards Bob was sweet, man. Yeah, man. Backwards Bob was pretty awesome. And then Maximum Destruction.
I don't remember that one.
wasn't it called Maximum Destruction? That was the silver one that always like would tear, like every time he did Vegas, he would tear his truck up on purpose.
Maybe I don't. That's a very faded memory of mine.
Yeah, it's called. I believe he's called Max D now. So Max D
Rebrand.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he did. Oh, he's got to go make some tea. All right, man. We'll see you later. Take it easy, Andy. But
anyways, now that that guy is gone, I hate that. I can't stand that guy. We can talk about Jurassic World now.
You hate what guy?
No, I was joking about saying I hate Andy.
Nah, he's cool, man.
It's
he's one of the coolest dudes on the planet, man, for real.
I'm like, yeah, I don't even know if I want to really talk about Dominion because it's just like,
let's just say this.
It's just, I don't feel anything.
It's a movie that you could not waste your time or money on.
It's a movie that you could completely make me forget watching it and I would not miss it at all.
Yeah. Give me amnesia from that movie. And
I even like Fallen Kingdom, and people say that movie is bad. I don't know why people hate that movie so much. People say that movie
was bad, but man,
it's not great. Yeah, but it's not nearly as bad as people say it is. Dominion, I've seen a lot of people say it's good, and I'm like, no, it's horrible. It's way worse than Fallen Kingdom.
Here's like Owen the whole entire movie. Apparently, he can stop any dinosaur by that.
Yeah, he can. He has the power.
That's all he's got to do. That
stopping every dinosaur.
Dinosaurs are stopping because he can put his hand out
like a Carnotaurus.
Stop. I mean, they're like, okay,
yeah,
I won't bite your face off.
It's not like the first two movies are like, oh no, he only can do that with blue.
That's like the equivalent of using like a spray bottle against a tiger.
He used the force to heal himself after being killed by the Gigantosaurus or whatever it's called.
Dude. The best part about that movie, was Dr. Malcolm.
The only part I liked was that it reversed what Jurassic World it reversed what Jurassic Park 3 did with Alan Grant and Ellie. In that movie, they didn't have them be together, and in this one, they do get together.
Yeah, because they're old. They ain't got no more options.
That was the only thing I enjoyed because it fixed a problem from a previous movie. It wasn't like it did something new.
Yeah.
But
Ian Malcolm, he was cool. Dr. Malcolm.
He was all right.
It was cool though. There's one part his like shirt's unbuttoned. He's like, oh, he buttons it back up. I thought that was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, in the dinosaurs just seem like they're just throwing the movie just to have dinosaur fights. Like no reason.
Yeah, they don't serve any function.
Oh, two dinosaurs fighting. Oh, let's throw a couple dinosaurs. Let's forget about this horrible part of the movie. Throw two dinosaurs in there and skip the next part.
Yeah, like none of the dinosaurs are important to the plot. They don't continue the story in any meaningful way. And they double down on the human clone part of Fallen Kingdom, which I didn't like. And it's like, why? Why is this the ending of Jurassic World?
And for a movie that was supposed to be like the final one to close out for the trilogy, it was every bit of The Last Jedi.
It was every bit of The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. I mean,
because Rise of Skywalker is a pretty thoroughly disappointing movie.
Even for Rise of Skywalker with all its problems, I had to say I like that movie more than this movie.
Wrong.
It's matter of opinions. Matter of opinions, man.
Plan on watching either of them anytime soon. But yeah, that sure was a thing.
It was a thing.
Yep.
It was kind of like watching Obi-Wan Kenobi.
But thoroughly unsatisfying, and you wonder, why am I here right now?
Oh, this is a movie.
I could be doing anything else except doing this right now.
But you know what? Watching Kenobi, we were already fully invested into it. I had to watch it because I'm doing another show.
I wasn't invested in it,
so I had to stay into it and watch it. And we've already said it on the video cast that we'll watch every Star Wars ones, no matter how horrible they are. And we're trying so hard not to be negative about the whole thing. It's so hard not to.
I can't with Star Wars anymore. I just can't.
A lot of people can't. There's a lot of people complaining. There's some people say it's
There's so
But
many people
they say
saying
it's a good show.
Kenobi is peak Star Wars, and I'm like, are you dumb?
I'm like, when I see,
Are you mentally inefficient?
I haven't heard people saying that.
I've seen a lot of people praising it, and I'm like, you need to watch other shows.
I've heard people praising it, but I just can't see where they're saying it, because like if it was any other show, and I've said this on the other place, if it was any other show, I would have stopped watching after the first episode.
I would have stopped watching after the first half of the first episode.
Even Walking Dead, there's a reason why I quit watching Walking Dead. It was the same stuff over and over again. I was over what, season 10 into it?
I don't remember.
I don't how many seasons are in Walking Dead? I was like deep into it. The day that they brought in the actor that played Negan is when I stopped, because I just could not get into his character. He is not the Negan that was in the comic books. He doesn't look like him. You can't tell me the big buff Negan guy that's supposed to be the PE teacher that was huge in the comic books is this built like a microphone stand dude. I'm like, come on, I ain't buying it. You're not getting my viewing from it, my ratings.
Just put him in a rubber muscle suit like they did with Watchmen.
They could have did something with him. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
I've never seen that movie, nor do I plan to.
But
that's the only thing I know.
He's in a rubber suit in that movie?
No, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because he plays the comedian.
I thought maybe, I knew he played the comedian. I just thought maybe he might have got buff for that movie.
No, it's just the suit.
Didn't know that.
It's more convincing than Juggernaut in X-Men 3.
Oh my gosh, Juggernaut, X-Men 3.
Juggernaut, not Juggernaut.
Jugger.
It's a J.
J?
Yeah, it's a J. Juggernaut.
Mary J?
No.
Anyways, his suit was awful in that movie.
That movie. A lot of people hate X-Men 3, and I wouldn't call it good, but I like it.
I wouldn't call it good, but I wouldn't call it good either.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it good. It's like with the prequels. I like the prequels, but I wouldn't call it Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones good.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're gonna make some people mad with that stuff. You said you wouldn't call Phantom Menace and what else?
Attack of the Clones good.
Yeah,
I would call Revenge of the Sith good, but I cannot in any goodwill call the first episode 1 and 2 good.
I'm gonna say this. All I gotta say about episode 1 is the long pauses. Like the pauses are way too long. The editing for that whole movie, it just drives me nuts. And everybody wants to stick up for that pod racing scene, but let's be honest.
I think the pod racing scene would be fine if you removed like a minute from it.
It's just too long.
You just need to cut some things down a bit, make it a bit.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of
Kenobi.
It reminds me of Batman when they're taking the motorcycle.
I don't know why
it's just a little too long.
And Mom don't like that scene so much.
It's just too long.
It's not that long.
It's long.
I've seen worse.
And the other part on episode 1 is where Qui-Gon's talking to Obi-Wan.
Whenever Qui-Gon, Shmi, and like them are
sitting there eating. It's like, why is there so much dead air?
Yeah,
between this conversation.
I remember we watched it like last year. It was either last year or the year before that, and watching it for the first time since I was like a dumb child who had the brain of peanuts.
I like peanuts.
Watching it, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
what?"
Yeah, some of that movie's kind of awkward, man. But if you notice, like Attack of the Clones, that one,
it's a lot better.
It's a lot better. There's
it's still not good, but it's a lot better.
A lot of CGI going on in that one, though, for real. But
it's also like 20-plus-year-old CGI.
Even when it was back then when it came out, it was not very good. I didn't think it was very good.
CGI. A lot of green somewhere.
They had to start somewhere. But it did. It was called Jurassic Park. Actually, it's called Sherlock Holmes.
Well, not as extensive.
Well, yeah, you're right. It was
with the prequels. That was the first time of like really extensive CGI was ever done for a big movie.
You're right. It was, and it was awful. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you had what? Would you have Avatar?
Avatar came out years after.
Not very much longer after, though.
Avatar came out in like 2010.
Google it.
Fine then.
And then you have Revenge of the Sith.
That came out in 2005.
Which is, the movie's good. It does have some weird scenes in it, but it's still a good movie. That's probably my favorite out of the first 3.
Avatar came out 4 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Might as well came out the same year.
No, that's not how time works. I still don't know why they're making Avatar sequels. You know?
Hey man, Toycraft. Hey, I like that question. Have you guys ever gone to the Action Figure Museum in Paul's Valley? Yes, we have. It's been a while, and we actually plan on going back there a couple of times. The problem is every time we've tried to go down there, it's been closed. Either someone had COVID, he closed down for COVID because like he didn't want to be you know, get sick or anything. And then the last time I looked, he was closed again, and I believe someone got sick. So when he opened back up, someone got sick, and we have not went back there again. And so the last time we went there was what? How many years ago was that? It's probably been a while. It's been at least 5 years, but have we been? Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's an awesome place. When's the last time you were there?
Sorry, I took a drink break.
But it is cool. It is really cool. And if I remember right, one of the toy developers or designers for Ninja Turtles, he's also that's his place, right? Correct?
I wouldn't know.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, years ago. Yeah, it's still a cool place, man. We actually plan on, there's another toy museum in Branson, Missouri, and we plan on making a trip up to that. Yeah, the one in Branson, Missouri. So I believe the one in Branson, Missouri is one of the largest ones, and we're going to go up there and check that out. I've seen a lot of guys that I've seen on YouTube. They've went to it, like Jacob, the carpetbagger, and I believe maybe Adam the Woo has been there. I'm not sure, but Jacob has for sure. But I just want to see it. I want to see the, there's a whole section at that museum. I believe they have a BB gun, the Red Ryder Daisy BB gun
from Christmas
section.
Story.
Yeah, they have a whole section about that. That's there. There's also that car museum that's there. It's supposed to be pretty cool. It has like
Bumblebee, right?
Bumblebee and Fast and Furious cars, and I believe they have
the Batmobile,
the 66 Batmobile, and they have a couple other things. So I'm hoping to check those out. But I think out of the whole thing, I'm excited for the toy museum.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if Toycraft, man, there's a cool, I don't know if you've listened to us before, but there's actually a pretty cool toy store in Omaha, Nebraska, that was downtown. Was it Emporium?
I think it was.
It's like Toy Emporium or Toy World Emporium, something like that. It was downtown Omaha, Nebraska. It's pretty cool. And then we also went to Krypton Comics, which is really cool. And they had a bunch of action figures and stuff there. And I picked up a bunch of graded comics while I was there. So
that's where I got Professor X.
Oh yeah, he bought the Professor X with the hover chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Where are you from, Toycraft?
I think he might be gone.
He might be gone. He could be. I don't know. He could be there. But Toycraft, you're still here. Here in OKC, there's Toy Base 10. It's a really cool toy store. I mean, you asked about Paul's Valley, so you must be local. Yeah, so you probably already know Toy Base 10, Amazing Action Comics with Jason, Cosmic Collectibles with Jason's brother, David Anderson. And you have, I always get the name wrong. I think it's High Five Retro Guys, Eli Store, which is, he actually opened his own location. He mostly deals with Funko Pop, but he has some vintage toy stuff. And then you have Vintage Toy Mall in Tulsa, 2 of them. And you have Fan Fortress in Tulsa as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the toy places that we know about for sure. And then of course you got flea markets. You have Mary's. Mary's, if you're into Hot Wheels, Mary's has Rick's Collectibles. Oh snap! Is this Charles? Yeah, man, Chucky's Toys down in Lawton, bro. Yeah, actually, I just talked to him the other day. I called him because I was looking for Toxic Avenger action figures, and they're so scarce anymore. So I was trying to see if he had anything down there, and I was gonna kind of already head that way anyway, and he didn't have anything really. But if he would have had him, I was like 20 minutes away. I would have drove over there and checked it out. But I was like, all right, man, appreciate it. But he did look. Yeah, Chucky's is cool. I wish Chucky's was in a. Is that the only toy store that they have in Lawton? I remember back in the day, you had like comic shops that were on. I think it was Gore Boulevard, and there was like a guy named Max who owned a baseball card shop on that same road, and you go up the street, and there was the comic book shop. Yeah, I used to live down there in Lawton, man. Lawton has not changed one bit since I've been there, and I haven't lived there in like
60 years, right?
60 years. Get out of town.
Oh, it might be 70 years. I don't know.
Maybe 20, 25 years, but yeah. My dad actually still lives there, and when I go there, it's not like when I go down to Lawton, there's not a whole lot to really do. I think the closest, I mean, you guys got a Target now, and there's a Target there, and Malls closed down. Everything that was there when I was a kid, like the arcade and the mall, I'd walk. I used to live on. Oh, you're from Marlow? Okay. Yes, I used to walk. I used to live on I Avenue down there by. There's a Mr. Bill's gas station across the street from Gibson's, and I would walk from 1403 I Avenue all the way to the mall, and that was a long walk for a kid. Like I was like probably 11 or 12. I'd walk all the way to the mall, and I walk all the way home just to go walk around and look at KB Toys. Yup, right. And KB Toys was located right across from McDonald's. There in the mall. Man, I don't know how old you are, but I remember they used to bring like exotic pets to the. This is weird. They used to bring exotic pets into the mall, and I remember seeing panthers and jaguars in the Lawton Mall. Yeah, like in huge cages, man. Like,
oh, that's totally illegal.
Yeah,
now.
it's like it's the weirdest thing you ever seen. Like they would have a jaguar or panther in literally a cage as big as the actual panther, which is totally like
wrong.
Against regulations anymore. And you know, they were basically in a shipping container, and they would put them inside them. It was so weird. And they wouldn't even have like, and this it could be me, I could be just like not remembering it correctly, but I swear they did not even put a fence around where the cage was. It's like a cage, like if you really wanted to, you could probably reach up there and touch it. But yeah, that stuff was wild back in the day. Dude, you remember? So you KB Toys, man, there in the mall. Do you remember there's a Vision Streetwear that used to be in that mall? I used to go in there. I was poor. I grew up so poor, man. my allowance that I ever got from my dad was like $2 a week, and I mean, you can buy an action figure for that if you save for a while. Sometimes you get the 99-cent figures on clearance, but I used to go in there and dream about getting some Vision Streetwear shoes.
Oh, you got.
I was looking at them.
Oh, you got the Ultra Magnus toy.
An Ultra Magnus toy, man. Gibson's, man. Right there by the Burger King and the McDonald's right there. I used to go over there and I put a Ultra Magnus on layaway at Gibson's when they had it, man. And
it was a G1 Ultra Magnus.
It was a G1 Ultra Magnus. And I put it on layaway. I remember it was like $30, and it took me months to pay that thing off. But I finally got it. And I don't remember what happened to it.
It was stolen, right?
I think it was stolen.
Yeah, some kid stole it from you.
Oh yeah, dude. I went to elementary. I was at Bishop. Went to Bishop for elementary. I lived over there across the street from the airport on my grandfather's land, and then we eventually moved to our own house, and I went to Roosevelt Elementary School, which was on 14 I Avenue. So that was yeah, man. We're taking a little stroll down my childhood memories, man. Lawton High School, man.
And then 500 years
high,
later,
yeah.
You finally got a new and improved one from the Siege line.
Oh yeah, got a new one, man. Got that new Ultra Magnus. I actually want to get a G1. We've seen one G1, and that was up in Tulsa.
Yeah, and it was expensive.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's not my mom's fault for not having money. I mean, she tried her hardest for it, and she actually relocated to Oklahoma City, which is where I'm at now. She relocated up here for job opportunities. But now that I'm able to afford some of these toys, I find myself spending too much money, like those guys, the Toxic Avengers, like $90 or $100 for an action figure now. So that's the kind of stupid stuff I get into now. Oh, that's cool. He put an Atari Superman game on Rain Check and never got it.
Oof.
You know what's funny? 2600, right? Atari 2600? Dude, I had that game. And the only reason I had that game, I think the introduction of Nintendo was happening at the time. So Ataris were all at the pawn shops. So down there by the railroad tracks, there's those pawn shops that were all down there by the railroad tracks. And where Lawton is. There's that one railroad track that runs right down the middle, right by downtown, and goes all the way straight. It runs east and west. So I went to the pawn shop, and I saw at a 2600, and I was mowing grass on a week, for money. And I remember me and my brothers all chipped in, and we got an Atari 2600. And I swear to God, we had like 25, 30 games, everything for like $15. And so we got that, and Superman was one of those games, and that's why I also got Empire Strikes Back on the Atari 2600. The most repetitive game in the world. But at least I didn't have E.T.
The game responsible for crashing the entire industry.
Yeah. that game went down in flames. But I used to love the Atari 2600, man. That's the one I used to love. I used to play that all the time.
And now games are way better than they were.
Yeah, they are.
Like Elden Ring, which is
yeah,
crazy to think in about 30 years it went from that to that.
Yeah, you went from it wasn't even 8 megapixels back then. It was like what?
It was 2 dots on the screen and maybe you moved. I don't know.
Get you some Pong, bro. My Uncle Rocky, man, had Pong, and I remember when I was a kid, I remember probably being like I was probably in between the ages of 5 and 7. And I just remember my Uncle Rocky, black and white TV, big hype, because I remember he worked construction with my grandfather. My grandfather had his own construction crew and did like framing work. And my Uncle Rocky plugged it in, and I just remember, boom, boom. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. This freaking Pong.
This is the peak of video game ever.
Oh my God, it's so great to be alive. watching that, man. And I just remember watching my Uncle Rocky and Walter. They would play it, and I won. And I just remember, was it Jungle Hunt, maybe? I can't remember if that's the name of the game or not. Where you jump on your little...
Yeah, guy jumping
jump on the ropes and stuff, and like crocodiles trying to get you. That was a pretty cool game back in the day. Do you remember, if you're from Lawton, do you remember Shakey's Pizza from back in the day? Shakey's down there. You get those... dude. I'm a fat kid back in the day. But they had the sweetest... Man, those fried potatoes, man. My dad would take us there, and they would have the Kung Fu on Saturdays, man. And they would just... I say stream. They would have Kung Fu playing in the back on a projector screen. And like... So you had the martial arts mornings, and they had all, like... I think they may play like 2 or 3 movies or television shows, all martial arts. My dad would take us there, grubbing up on some pizza. They had those potato wedges, and he would give us $2 or $1 worth of quarters each, and that was big money for us. And I remember going and playing Star Wars video game, so putting them in my money. And so if anybody else is watching, if you played Star Wars, you would beat each level. You just level up. I would play that game so much that I'd only spend like 75 cents, and I'd never run out of my money. My dad would always come back, did you spend all your money yet? And I'm like, nope, I'm still on. And I got so good, like I would get like number 1 and 2 spots all the time, like all the time. And it wasn't until the game broke down or something happened to it. Oh, it wasn't until they came out with the Mario game, the actual stand-up Mario game. And I remember people getting on that and playing that, and they left that one alone. But I was talking about that game because I actually own one. I don't own that particular style, but I actually own the arcade one up. So that's actually a big achievement for me. And Bub knows too. I have it upstairs. It's like one of my crowning achievements of, like, I guess feeling like accomplished. Mm-hmm. It sounds weird, but that's one of my accomplishments, was actually getting that game. Little things like that make me realize that I've come a long way from being the kid that needed, to get on food stamps and welfare and eat the free school lunches and stuff like that. But everybody has their stories and hurdles, and that was... I learned a lot. And I learned a lot being in Lawton, man. But yeah, for all this bad stuff people talk about Lawton, it made me who I am today. So is that good or is that bad? I don't know.
Undecided.
I feel like it made me... I learned a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of stuff that I should have never learned, though, as well. What else you got?
No, that's kind of it.
But man, I'm gonna talk
just a couple guys about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whoever's watching now, there's got a few more guys watching. Man, I was gonna show you. I picked this up. Carrie Means, Aquatine Hunger Force voice actor. Did Frylock. Hooked me up, man. Actually, he and I became really good friends on Instagram. And it's the power of internet, right? Talking to people, meeting people. Got to talk to him for a long time. He knew I was a super fan because I put a post up like years ago, and then ever since then we message each other. And he actually recently had I think he might have had like a heart attack, had an issue with his heart, and I reached out to him. We just started talking again. But yeah, I just asked him if he had these because I know he wasn't feeling good, and COVID had really hit him really hard, and I was able to pick that up for him. So I just want to show you guys that one again. It's still cool. Did you want to show off any of those other things you're working on?
I guess I can show it now that there's a few.
Yeah, you might as well. It'd be cool. So we were talking about the 3D.
I want you to.
So we're talking about like the 3D thing, 3D print that we ordered, and that's it right there. That's from Nerd Alert.
Nerd Arsenal.
Nerd Arsenal, I'm sorry.
On Etsy.
On Etsy.
It's the Doctor Strange 2 Professor X hover chair.
It's really cool, really sick.
Really big.
It is big. I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a lot more narrow, and then when you got it out of the package, it was like, oh, that's way bigger than I was expecting.
I will say this guy's shipping, it was super fast. He like
it was like 4 days.
Shipped it he shipped it like the next day. It came from California. It looks really cool.
Mm-hmm. It feels really good.
And Larkin was the guy we normally get some of our stuff for, like Transformers, but that one is I think that's the only one that we saw that was being built. And it was really cool though. We picked that one up.
It's not 100% accurate, mostly because there hasn't been any good images revealed of Professor X's chair. But for like working off of a very limited amount of photo reference, it's very accurate. And it just looks really cool.
It's hard to do sometimes, like get those in, you know.
Plus, I kind of prefer this design more because the movie added a lot of like random junk details onto the hover chair, and I prefer the hover chair to be more like sleek and stylized, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it looks really good, and my Illuminati team is finally complete with that hover chair. And I like the vibrant yellow of it.
It looks really cool
because the official hover chair is way too orange of a color.
Toycraft asks, he said, when you go to the thrift stores, do you run into any RC cars? I'm trying to think. I have in the past, every once in a while. One time, I'm not kidding you, man. One time I found, are you talking about like gas powered RC cars? Because one time I went to a outdoor garage sale type thing at the storage place not too far away from our house. And this lady had just broken up with her boyfriend, and she's clearing out their storage area, and she had like half of a 10x15 full of RCs that she was like, just give me $50 for this, give me $100 for that. One car I know she had easily, the motor and everything, it was probably like $2,000, something like that. Toy grade RC cars. Oh, do you I really haven't seen any of those actually. I'm gonna actually look and see. Every once in a while I do run across, yeah. Every once in a while I'll see like an RC car. But very rarely though. Very rarely. The best find I ever had though at a thrift store, we did have some luck on some good vintage toys though. Like, or at least mom did, like G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I found a G1, I think Blot Terrorcon.
Oh yeah, you did. He did just recently, like what? Yeah. Last week.
Last week, yeah. And I think the best find you've ever had at like an old G1 Transformer from like a vintage and or flea market place was the nearly complete G1 Trypticon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I found a Trypticon, and he's still up there, and he was nearly complete. I think he's missing like
panel,
and
some stickers,
and I think I paid like $5 for it, $10 maybe. That's one of my best finds, and I think the ultimate find though was probably that the G.I. Joe in the blister I found. Early, maybe like late 80s blister G.I. Joe, found that, and then I also found the Green Lantern blister from the 80s. Found that, and then I also, and what's crazy, it was all in one day. And I also found a was it Superpower Captain America? Remember that
yeah, it was a
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars Captain America.
So someone must have thrown someone's collection just into donations, and those just kind of filtered through. It's kind of weird, like you don't hardly ever find anything like that. And then another time at the Goodwill, I found the Redline, those Redline RC. I mean RC, the Redline set tracks. Remember?
Oh yeah,
I had to store it up here. I actually put a video about it when I found it. I couldn't believe it, and I put it on there, and I think that video has quite a bit of views. Well, for our channel, I think it has like maybe 1,500 views on it.
1 million views.
I wish, but it maybe has 1,500 views on it. But yeah, that was a pretty cool find. Dude, he found an original Castle Grayskull for $2.99.
Wow.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Neo? Neo's in the house. Northeast Ohio diecast. In treasures. He's the guy that does customs as well. He does diecast customs though.
Of Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Sometimes he's the one that like he'll throw something together real fast just to show you how to do it. Does a really good job on it, man. He's a pretty cool dude. He's actually he does some of the stuff with Pack and I. Hey Neo, have you found anything lately? But by the way, Toycraft dude, that's awesome. $2.99. Was it complete? Was it mostly complete? Even a little bit complete? You know, a lot of people knock, like back there behind me, I have the Grayskull back there. A lot of people knock the Origins. Dude, I love that thing. I couldn't afford one of those when I was a kid. I'll take that one. Matter of fact, you can find a lot of the Masters Universe stuff now for pretty cheap. Well, they're clearancing out some at Target, but if I can catch some of the new stuff, man, I'm definitely gonna get it. Gonna get it. Let's scoop it up. Hey, Neo, have you found any new treasure hunts lately? Anything cool? I know you're always looking for stuff. I very rarely get to go out and look for stuff, man. What do you get? He says, oh, the Studebaker, yeah. That's awesome. Dollar General? Dollar Tree? Tell me some place that starts with $1. Hey man, I did hear this, and this could be a rumor. But I heard that Dollar General went up to $1.50 on their Hot Wheels because Dollar Tree's $1.25. Is that true? I need to know, because I do know they're already starting to raise pricing on some of the Hot Wheels pop cultural cars. Because now they used to be $1.97. I have seen them at $2.97 at some of the Walmarts here. $1.25 both. Yeah, so I heard Dollar General is going to go to $1.50. Is what I heard. Which is crazy. It's only a matter of time before Walmart is no longer 94 cents or Target. And I also heard a rumor, which is kind of weird because like there's a bunch of guys coming up from Mexico at the last toy show buying up everything, and I literally mean everything from people. And the rumor is that mainlines will no longer be in 2025, and they will strictly go to premiums in Monster Jam and RLC. That's the rumor on the street. And apparently there's people buying up collections right now because that's the word they're hearing from manufacturers, and that means the mainline will increase in value. So if that's true, that's pretty insane. But that's the rumor. That's the rumor on the mills right now. I don't know if I'm buying that rumor, but people sure are selling a lot of collections, and a lot of people sure are buying them up. Here in Oklahoma City, I saw at least 6 different collections selling one week, which is pretty insane. You would think that way too much money for it, but if the price of the metal goes up, they may stop doing it. They may. Not for $1.25, $1.50. I think if something happens, they may say, yeah, it's no longer profitable for us. If more people start buying RLC the way it's going, because like, I don't know if you noticed though, but RLC has been getting pretty crazy, man, with some of their stuff lately. So if it keeps driving that market that way, they're like, man, I can drop this $30 car and sell 20,000 units in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? They might be rethinking their whole system. Because people love Hot Wheels, man. They really do. Just like Marvel Legends or any kind of pre-order. I think a lot of, like, you want to talk about that for a little bit, man?
Talk about
like
what?
Any kind of like the pre-orders. Like I noticed there's a Transformer pre-order that just dropped and it sold out.
Yeah.
Within like a minute or two. Like, it was insane.
You have to be lucky and be one of the first people that gets the pre-order in 5 seconds, and then have to be lucky to even find it in retail.
And I tried to get on Mattel Creations, Mattel Creations. I went and tried to get the Wondar, which is like the Wonder Bread He-Man. And so they did that reissue, and you could order up to 3. I was on at 11 o'clock. My wife got on at 11 o'clock. I had 3 in my cart. My wife had 1. Because I was going to say, if I can get 3, I'll get 3. I'll save like a couple if I can give some to the Pack or whoever if they didn't get one, because I knew Pack was trying to get one. So I put 3 in my cart. Got the checkout. Was in checkout. Sold out. She had the same thing happen to her. 2 hours later, people that I know that actually got it, that had the order go through, 2 to 4 hours later, they got emails that says, sorry, your order was canceled. We oversold, basically.
It's stupid.
That's crazy. If it's a pre-order,
you're a toy company, sell toys.
How's it oversold? Like, for real, like, how's
it's a pre-order?
Yeah, it's pre-order, dude. How's it oversold if it's not even marked with a number? How is it sold out? I don't understand that. It's a pre-order. I can't grasp that at all. That would be like, that's Hasbro Labs. At least they have, like, if they do a pre-order for whatever they're gonna do, it's like, we're gonna make it. If we sell 7,000, we're gonna do this here. So we'll sell 7,000, and then once we hit the 10, we might add XYZ extras. So they do that, and so until they get to a certain point, and then once they break like 20,000, they're like, dude, we're gonna give you all this free stuff, and everybody's gonna be happy. So I don't know why or how Mattel does that. I really don't. He says the main lines just seem to be a huge profit. I mean, it's probably literal sense to manufacturers with RLC. They are in way over their head. Maybe, but maybe they're able to make the RLC for the same price as those main lines. Because to be honest with you, the only thing that they really do different is the finish. And if they're able to third party that out, because that was the biggest issue before, is they had issues with doing it in house, was with the paint. So if they can charge, if it's costing them maybe $2 to paint those cars, which is probably what they're doing, for them, to be honest with you, and they're able to sell it for $25-$30, they'll probably keep going on with that. Because like any major profit company, they're always looking at that 80-20, and if they see that it's not part of the 80-20, they will shut it down. It just means that they're not making enough money off of those. And if they have products still sitting on the shelves every year and they got to blow certain things out, which is what they're doing. So if you think about it, that's what they do every time they do a Dollar General buy 20 and you'll get this car, send in for this car. That's what they're doing. They're trying to relieve the back stock of all of that inventory. So if they have to keep pulling that off, is it really profitable for them? Maybe not. Maybe not. That's why they have to do it. That's why their outlets were like were Toys R Us, and then now it's Dollar General. Could be whoever, Kroger's or whoever. So I don't know. They could be rethinking the way they want to do stuff, man. You never know. But action figures, though, they had that Transformer that was that Tonka Devastator.
Yeah, the Tonka Devastator,
which I thought was pretty cool, and that thing sold out, man. I don't see how you sell out of that. I really don't.
Nope.
I don't see how you sell out of any real toy if that's already pre-order. If it's a pre-order, then you should have like at least make enough for it.
Yeah.
That's what I think, but I don't know.
Or if the pre-order takes so long to come out, you get it, it's busted, and then you can't do anything about
Oh man,
it.
Yeah, talk about that stuff.
Yeah,
like the one you wait.
Yeah, the Ratchet. They did a premium finish Transformer Studio Series Ratchet, and I wanted to get it because it has the more yellow green on the Ratchet from the movie, and in the movies, he's more like a yellow with a kind of greenish color, but for the wide release toy, he was a green with a yellowish color. In this one, I was like, oh, that's the more accurate color scheme. I'll get it. A year passes before it comes out. I get it, open it up, and there's a crack on his eye. And Hasbro or Takara, whoever made it, basically said, well, we can't do anything. And that's it. And so I had to just get a refund of it. And I haven't found it being sold online at all. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm just screwed out of it, I guess, because it took so long for them to launch it, and then there's none of it left for me to even get a replacement.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it either. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, it's
well,
like
apparently.
Oh yeah, and it's like, oh, we can give you something of equal value, and it's like, what, 2 grease pits?
It's like, we're gonna give you.
It's like, no, I want this. I don't want something else. I want this thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, Neo, what are you talking about? You said, what do you think about me coming on the stream in the future? Do you mean this one? Or are you talking about 3 live stream? Man, if I can get you on this one, man, it'd be awesome, dude. Because I talk about all kinds of stuff on here. It'd be cool to have it. The thing is,
we need to get a setup for
it. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. 3 live stream, he's got his, Pac's got his deal where you. Oh yeah, dude, I'd love to have you on this one, bro. Like, I'd love to do something. Even talk about music, man. For real. Like, music, toys, painting, all that good stuff, man. But yeah, I need to, I'm looking at the StreamYard, but there's one that's like $20 a month that you got to pay for, and the other one's like $40. The free one, I'm not sure how much I could do with it. I guess if it's in 720p, it doesn't matter. This video right now is going to go, boy, he said Slayer. Yeah, he knows what that's about, man. Dude, have you seen the YouTube video of Slayer playing the Grammys? It's a totally fake video, but it's pretty awesome to see, like there's like a Taylor Swift dancing to Slayer. It's hysterical. You should watch it. I can't remember what tour it's from, but it's a totally amazing video. Yeah, dude, that one's awesome. But no, man, I'd love to have you on here to talk about some custom stuff. Be cool, man. Definitely cool. Oh, he's got Mudvayne. What about those bugles he glued to his face for that video? I still love that part. And then after that video, you're like, okay, he's got to glue bagels to bugles. I'm sorry, not bagels, but bugles. Got to glue those bugles to his face every time he plays a show now. What's up with that? That's still pretty funny though. Freaking, they should have showed him pop one off his face and take a bite out of it for that video. You know, Neo, that I know you know, but a lot of people don't know this, but Mudvayne was probably the highest grossing independent metal band, right? I believe at the time. Could be somebody else. I know Creed was too at one point in time. The band are not really metal, but you know what I'm saying. They were an independent, but I know Mudvayne was. They're selling their CDs out of the trunk when they made that video. They knew how to run a business, basically. Yep, 2001 or so. Yep. But back to the toys. I was watching your chat, man, but yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But toy-wise, though, man, some of the stuff has been kind of weird and wonky, man. The whole supply chain and everything for all kinds of toys. Pac and I were talking about it one time on one of the streams about how the supply chain is weird, which is one of the reasons why he started getting more into diecast, because diecast would come in every month. Everything else would get backlogged or lost or whatever, man. And man, I don't know about you, Neo, or anybody else in the chat. We have seen lots and lots of toys I have on clearance. Stuff that would really not be on clearance is on clearance.
Stuff that should have came out a year ago finally coming in.
Oh yeah.
Like I got a Mortal Kombat 11 Joker figure that was supposed to be here a year ago. And it's like,
oh yeah, that's right, we found it. Hey,
yeah,
that's one toy you should show, man.
I can go and get it if you want me to.
Yeah, go get that. That's a cool one we should show off. That'd be cool for everybody to see. All 3 viewers. Oh man, yeah, so you're gonna see them with Rob Zombie, Static X, yup, Power Man 5000. But you can't see, is it really Static X though? I mean, it's not really Static X though. It is, but it's not. Yeah, I plan on going seeing Helmet and Quicksand with Clutch, man. That should be a good show, man. They're playing here pretty soon. I can't wait for that show, actually. I've never seen Quicksand live. That'd be a really cool one. And which Joker is this one?
It's from the Mortal Kombat 11 toy line by McFarlane.
Oh, that is so. What was the other Joker that we were looking at? It wasn't a Joker that you found. It was this one that you found. I was actually talking to the toy guy about the custom one, and I could not remember what figure it was.
Yeah, it was the one. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
Joker.
Kombat. Yeah. So. Yeah, this is Mortal Kombat. Freaking Joker, man. He's actually really cool. He didn't come with that card. That's a card from, where'd you get that card from?
It was like a miniature from Michaels, I think.
Yeah, a miniature from Michaels. Yeah, and you're trying to spam that chat. Nah, dude, you're keeping it alive, man. Keeping that chat alive. I enjoy it.
But yeah, I painted him a little bit, the buttons and his suspenders. And yeah, I got him for like a comic book live action style Joker, because there's no live action Joker that I really like the design of that much. But this one, it's like,
yeah, he looks cool though.
Comic Joker, but since it's from a video game that looks realistic, it's a realistic looking comic Joker.
You know, this one you painted on the buttons and the buckle and lightened up the suspenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did a little customizing on this. You can't really tell. I don't have the lights set up properly in here. I was getting ready for the live and I literally threw everything up in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Because I was kind of unprepared. I was at SoonerCon all day and doing some volunteering out there, so that was pretty cool. But this Joker is sick. It actually is really cool. And I wish I would have bought this, because you know where that looked cool in?
Oh,
right back there.
Yeah, next to your Batman.
Right back there with the Batman. He would look cool. And I actually like how it's soft on that part right there. Did you? All right, so Neil, you said, does Tusk throw down in the pit? If you run into me at the pit, you can get thrown down. No, dude, nah, man. I was never a pit guy, never.
It sounds insane.
Yeah, no, even when I played in a band with live shows, pits always got a little too wild. I didn't mind if people crowd surf and did all that kind of stuff, and they can pit all they want. But you know, sometimes like, dude, I'm like, pit it up, but don't hurt anybody. People don't know how to do that though.
It's called a mosh pit, right?
Yeah, a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have been in my, here's the thing. When I was in the band, I didn't really get into the mosh pit with the people, but on our shows, we were known for destroying stuff. So I would create one on the stage, if that makes sense. So it used to get pretty wild. Always towards the end of the song, so our routine was like, I would go down and buy these $100 guitars, and I'd have one, the other guys would have one, and we would just get wild on the last two songs. And a lot of times they wouldn't last through it, so it was pretty wild.
There's recently been going around.
Hey, see you later, Toycraft, man. See you later, bro.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping in.
He's probably like, oh, this is boring. Leaving.
He's like, I'm out here. But I was cool. It was cool. I like talking to people, man. I'm glad people are in here talking it up. I mean, especially him being from, like, you know, my hometown down in, you know, the area. He's from Marlow, but it's still cool to see somebody down in Oklahoma talking about stuff. But I'll keep an eye out for some RC cars for you, bro. I'll hit you up. If you're not following me on Instagram, hit me up on Instagram, because I talk to a lot of people through there. So, Neo, dude, yeah, you're right. I do need to get in contact with you. It'd be great to have you on one of the streams. If we got to trade information somehow, maybe on one of PAC's like live streams, we'll trade off information or whatever. Hey, man, speaking of PAC, there, look who just jumped in.
Who?
3 live stream.
Oh, that's nice.
PAC with 3 live stream. The toy brother from another mother. Hey, man, Neo's up in here too. But hey, Neo, yeah, I have seen some crazy stuff going on in the mosh pits before, man. I've never seen Broken Bones. I did one time, my girlfriend, when I was at the Deftones concert here at Will Rogers Theater here, and it was their first tour, major tour they went on, and I believe it was before System of a Down was a big band. They had another percussionist or a singer that was with them, and he started his own band. I think it was called Apex Theory. Yeah, Apex Theory. And they opened up for him. And I just remember when Deftones' first song hit, a boot flew up in the air and hit my girlfriend in the face. Boom! Down she went. It was pretty awesome. Oh, man, Pac, yeah, you need to watch that one, man. It's pretty good, man. That one's a pretty good one because it was the Palinko. It's pretty good, though. Even though it wasn't the finish we wanted, it was the finish we got. So, you're on here. I still have this. I have this for my Grip Ripper Ride, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm gonna do with that one. But I did find that one, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, Neo, you know what's up, man. I was disappointed, but not disappointed. You know what I mean? It happens, man. Oh, by the way, Rico Babe said, he said, that's why you never leave a treasure hunt behind. He's right, though. We tried it. We tried our Plinko game. It did not work.
Oof.
Someone ousted him. Yeah, so he
have a traitor.
We do. Someone that probably doesn't watch his channel, but someone that probably works there either found it or someone of the workers took it. But like, it was an area that he would hide stuff for me, and they found it. It was not a typical area. Not a typical area at all. But yeah, we could talk about like distribution all day long, all that good stuff. But dude, it's been sucking around here, man, big time. I haven't found anything really. Oh, heck, I did find this. I think it was like, I can't remember if it was the same store or not, but I'm always looking for these weird figures. But I found that right there, that Gujitsu Brain Boom ultra rare. It even says it. It's funny because it even says it right on the front, ultra rare. But yeah, I've been looking for this one for about 6 months, and I finally found one on the north side. Actually, I was over there and I went to that pin Walmart, and I found it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Neo says, I'm about to scoop up a Suicidal Tendencies hat. Looks like an old school one. Yeah, I actually don't get those Gujitsus very often. I only own 2, and they're both, I only hunt. I always tell you this too, like in those videos, I only look for the rare one, and that I make it a point of a goal for me to find it. You know what I mean? I don't really collect the other ones. I do like the way they look. They look pretty cool, but I want the rare ones. That one looks like a Krang. Man, what do you know about Suicidal Tendencies, Pack? There's a whole huge history about them, man. About how they're considered one of the only true punk rock gangs, because they are an actual gang out of California. There's an actual whole interview from Fat Mike talking about them. It's pretty interesting. There's some other crazy stories you can hear about some of those bands, punk bands from down that way, and dude, they're some of the stories are kind of scary. I'm like, how is this even legally to talk about? There's a company though that actually sells Suicidal Tendency flannel. I can't remember the name. Dixon Flannel sells a Suicidal Tendency shirt. All you want is a Pepsi pack. That's what it is. Dude, 80s, 90s, and 70s, bro. If you watch some of the original Suicidal Tendency stuff, you couldn't even tell who they were, because they were a different type of punk band back in the day. Way, way different. Especially like guys like Fat Mike when they were talking about it. That's all he wanted was a Pepsi, bro. That is it. Hey, Pac, so did you get everything going at your house, man? You nice and cool now? That's what I want to know. Pac, you know what's funny about Fat Mike, man? Fat Mike is a very unique individual. He's also a weird individual. I listen to his podcast, man, and I watch his little shows. He just recently did one with the guys from I believe it's from Decline, the Decline. And if you don't know who the Decline are, they are actually urban street artists that go and vandalize billboards, and so they'll totally change it. So like Chick-fil-A will like say eat chicken, less beef, and they'll change to say something about pigs or kill pigs. And they'll paint like the cows like into police officers. So they'll do like weird stuff like that. They put in a wall unit. We had a party. Nice. Nice. Toxic Holocaust. No, I have not listened to them. They're probably pretty wild. You know what's funny is I never really got into like a lot of the punk stuff. I listened to some of the pop punk, but I never got into like the crust punk or the older hardcore punk. I do listen to like hardcore skate punk, like the Greenery and stuff like that. I guess Vanna, would you consider them, I don't know, hardcore, or would you consider them punk music? Saw those guys back to back live on from a Warped Tour stint here in Oklahoma City, and I just kicked the camera.
Don't break it, otherwise the whole channel goes away.
I'm watching them talk about music right now. They're just talking about music. I'm glad you got the AC going on, bro. It had to be hot, man. I was in an area today and the AC was not working properly and it was hot. Like way too hot. King Diamond. I'm not really a fan of King Diamond. Please don't tell me you like Ghost. I'm not a fan of them either. What about Metallica? Old school Metallica. What's funny is I don't even like old school Metallica drumming. I do like the music, just not the drumming. Lars is a horrible drummer. Cannibal Corpse. What about that? They're talking about everything else in here. Talking about all about music right now. You're just talking about music right now. Hey Neo, do you do any like comic books? Or are you into like any of that type of stuff besides diecast? And did you ever get your car? That's what I want to know. I want to know. Hey Pack, I went over there to SoonerCon. I know we were talking about it on, Ben and I were talking about it when we did that Kenobi thing, and I volunteered there, and it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, you blew a radiator out? What was wrong with the thermostat? Pack says I can't see what I'm typing too well because he said he's having a party because his AC got worked on. I picked up some sketch cards, Pack. Got Bub, Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
Morbin time. Moon Knight. I got myself a Toxic Crusader or Toxic Avenger. Of course, I had him do me a Skeletor. And then I had a Jawa made. Had that done today. And then I actually had commissioned a Toxic Crusader 11x17 all color piece. And then, what else did I get? Something else. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I bought some more comics as well. Pack says, "What up?"
Yo.
See, he's a life of the party tonight.
Yep. How long have you?
Terror cards. He says terror cards are better. What are you talking about, terror cards? Man, we got to get on. Pack. We need to do a live with everybody. I just got to find out. I just got to spend that money though, man. Spend that money to do the live. I'd love to do one. Oh no, he talking about the Ouija board. Get behind me, Satan. Pac's always talking about an action figure I have. He's talking about that action figure right up there. He's always talking about Sophia doing a karate kick. Now I have Bro Thor in the middle of it. So you have Bro Thor, Leatherface fighting, and I have Shang-Chi in the middle of Bruce Lee and Shang-Chi original Marvel Legends. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Talking about that Ouija board. My wife's the same way. She's like, nope, no Ouija boards in this house. Nope, not doing it, bro. Closest thing I get to something like that is a magic 8-ball. Will I eat pizza tonight?
Yes.
Most likely. That's about it. That is about it. So Pac, boom. I set it up like the way I was telling you about. I got it set up where like how I used to have it. So now I got the detox behind me. I put those cases up there. I didn't get to really work with the lighting. This light over here, the light that's to my left or your right, it should actually move to the center. And I need to move that over. And the one that's on my right or your left needs to move over a little bit too. And I need to put backlights behind it. But oh yeah, you can see them later. Dang, Northeast, Neo, you got some weird stuff in your house. Talking about a preserved rabbit head in a jar.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is definitely interesting. You know what's funny is I have a friend who likes to collect serial killer items, and John Wayne Gacy is like the one he likes to collect, and he sent me a little jar of dirt from the actual murder site. He went and shot a video and he sent it to me, and my wife was like, get that out of the house. I didn't bring it in the house. I never brought it to the house because I knew that she would not want it in the house. It's actually at my work. If you believe it or not, I have it at my work. Oh, Pac asked, he's asked, what have you, he said bun, but he means, hey bub, what have you picked up lately?
Oh, well, I did get this. I got this, I'll let you do it because you're better at it.
We bought this the other day.
A 3D printed Professor X hover chair from Doctor Strange 2.
So we'd bought the hover chair.
We bought the comic one.
Yeah.
But I just took the comic one figure and put it in the new hover chair. And I really like it. I like the much brighter green, as well as it has a lot more accurate shape to it, the more triangular look.
You mean brighter yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he picked.
Did I say shape?
You said, yeah. And
I meant shade.
Shade of
brighter
yellow.
Shade
You said
of yellow.
you actually called it green.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. You said brighter green. Yeah.
I must be going insane. It's late for me and I barely slept, so.
Yeah, so we picked this one up. We bought this from. This is one I paid a pretty penny for this one, but it came super fast. We ordered it and it came within like 3 days.
I think it was
3 or 4 days. Yeah, it was super fast though.
You bought it on Monday and it arrived by Friday.
Yep.
Or Thursday.
Yeah, so you got that, and you want to show? I don't know if you saw this. The
Joker.
The Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah, then he got this Mortal Kombat Joker, and of course he added the card. He's done a little customizing on that one.
Painted it up a bit.
So Pac, today at the SoonerCon where I was at, there's a guy that was there that does custom action figures, and man, he has some awesome work, dude. Awesome work. Not one figure that he had that was custom was less than $110, and that was for the cheesy one, was $110. His ones that looked pretty good were $300 and up. He had a Ninja Turtle set that he customized, and it was $900 for 4 or $250 each.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it was expensive. And he had a Rocketeer. And Pac, I don't know if you know this, but Bub knows I'm a huge Rocketeer fan, and he has one for $300, and I almost want to go buy it tomorrow. I asked mom, I said, hey, should I go get it? She's like, if you're trying to save money, you should probably not go get it, but if you really want it, you should see if they got layaway. I was like, oh my god, 300 bones, man. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. He said, Pac said you're balling because you got the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of balling.
He is balling, man. He's got some good stuff. Oh my God, dude. Wait, hold on. Describe what you're, okay, Pac.
Okay, so.
Pac and Neo. This is a toy that he picked up.
Almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago.
He went up for pre-order almost a year ago. I never get import figures. Mostly because they're very expensive, and I usually just get Hasbro because it's easier to get them. But this one was a rare exception because I knew Hasbro wouldn't make it, and I wouldn't want to go without getting it. I'll let you handle.
Yeah, I'm scared to handle this thing, dude.
It's very expensive. The Sentinel Toys Into the Spider-Verse Spider Mech.
And it lights up and everything, dude. This thing was not cheap. And it was from Japan, right?
Yeah, Sentinel Toys.
Sentinel Toys, and it took a long time for him to get. He just came in like just the other day.
A few days ago, and it's really good. It's a really fun figure. I haven't used the light up gimmick, but it lights up the eyes as well as the logo. But yeah, this is my first ever import figure.
And I think he's run. Now he's gonna get this import figure, and that's all he's gonna want is these fancy.
No, I'm not.
Figures.
No, this is the one exception because I'm like Hasbro will never make this. The other ones, I'm like I actually like Hasbro's toys, but with this was a one exception because I wanted to get all of the Spider-Verse team.
Yeah, and that one looks pretty cool. It goes with the Spider-Verse shelf. Man, it freaks me out even touching that thing. It's so expensive. I'm always afraid to drop it. By the way, Pac, I need to get Neo's information from you, man. Because we're talking about, man, we need to do a live stream on this channel. So I need to figure out like how I want to do it. I guess I can always like 720p this thing and do it on a cheap program or something. I don't know. But you know me, I like to always put a little bit of want to look pretty good. So I have a hard time doing it that way. He said that's awesome. It's a gateway, but if you enjoy, then that's what's important. Quit telling him that stuff, man.
No.
Who do you think pays for it?
No, this is a one-time exception.
One and done. We say that, but I'm thinking about buying a $300 action figure that's a custom.
God.
Oh man, I really don't know, dude. Pac, you weren't here earlier, and I don't know if Neo was either. But at that SoonerCon, this is crazy, man. I didn't even know this person was gonna be here, and you're probably gonna laugh, but I don't care, man. I don't even give a corn about it. But dude, the inventor of strawberry shortcake and the Care Bears, she was at SoonerCon, and this lady, guess what? Guess where she lives at? Tulsa, Oklahoma. She's lived there since the 80s. She is super awesome, man. Like her whole like perspective and how she got into the business, man. Like super cool. I talked to this lady for like 45 minutes. I talked to somebody that has like kind of creative input. And what's funny is this lady, she actually does hip hop. I'm not kidding. She's 70 years old and she does hip hop records now. She does a huge artist meet in Tulsa, and she's on a podcast up there, and they have all kinds of people. She knows a lot of the same people that I do, like in the music industry, but she still does music and TikTok videos of all things. It's not TikTok videos, but Instagram reels, and it's pretty wild. It's so cool that someone from Oklahoma, that's like the second person or something like that that's from Oklahoma that does something cool with toys. You have the Ninja Turtle guy down there in Pauls Valley. You have her up in Tulsa. There's some other people that are in Tulsa that do something with toys. But that was really cool. And and she did the Get Along Gang. Did you know that? She also came up with the idea, the conception, and artist drawing the storyboards for the Get Along Gang. She's the woman who invented those characters and the first 12 characters of the Care Bears. So she came out with this because she did cards for Hallmark, and she was actually they were gonna fire her because they were trying to get rid of the women that worked on the board of creative design, and they made her draw roses, and she couldn't draw roses. And so there's a meeting, like it was like the week of that she was going to basically get terminated, and General Mills came to them and said, hey, we need something that's going to sell. And so she goes, I got the idea. And she basically took her idea and sold it. And she said, well, didn't sell it. She presented it to him and they ran with it. She's also the reason why there's a skunk That's one of the pets on Strawberry Shortcake because she refused to change them. And she said that if you change my idea or change the way it looks, I will walk with my character because I got 100% control over creativity. And eventually they found a way to force her out. And that's when she came up with the Care Bears and Get Along Gang. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool story. Her panel, it was one of the only panels I sat on and listened to. And her panel went for an hour. And she had some really good stories to tell. And I talked to her after that. I went to her booth, and after it cleared out, I talked to her for a little bit. And we talked for like 45 minutes. And I was like, I said, how much are your autographs? And it was only $5. I was like, because just for your time and experience and just talking to me. We actually exchanged information. And she may be on one of my future shows. There's another guy I talked to that as a customizer. He's gonna actually, I did an interview with him, and he's gonna be on the next probably video I put out, and we're probably gonna do a little show together. So it's pretty cool, pretty neat. A lot of cool history, toy history in Oklahoma. Neo just said he's heading to the gas station to get food. Gonna keep watching. Dude, don't die going to the gas station getting your burrito or a nacho, bro. Hack, did you go out? I know you didn't. Did you go out and find anything today? Or did you find anything yesterday? I haven't had any time to watch a video if you dropped one yesterday. I still need to check it out. If you have. Pack asks, are you getting gas station sushi? Would not. Oh, food's pretty light. My girl is driving. Well, that's good. Man, I hope you get that car fixed though, man. Your car. You're gonna need a ride, bro. Actually, right now is a good time not to need a ride because gas is getting so expensive, man. And Pat, you're absolutely right. We were talking about this the other day about Hot Wheels, dude. It's like you might as well sell them for $2 now. They're already $1.25, $1.50 everywhere. You got to do it. Let's make it harder. You know what? I text that guy about that show and I have not heard anything back. Or I sent him an email. I haven't heard anything back about it. There's also another guy I was trying to hook up with that show as well. A guy that I just met today, Merc Mouth Customs. He was interested in setting up with that guy too. Because SoonerCon was his first show. And at SoonerCon, for a booth that is 10 by 10 with tax, cost him $380. $380, dude. That's insane. Pack, what do you mean what show? What show are you talking about? I meant like here on this channel do a stream and probably have some people on it. I'll have to figure it out though. Some of them I want to do where it's just interview. I just want to take my setup, the lights, do the camera, throw it up, and we'll talk one-on-one. I want to do something like that too. There's a couple of guys to talk to today that we've already I want to plan out doing like something where I go to their house and talk about their creative process and stuff like that. Yeah, I was talking about the lady from that invented the strawberry shortcake. She said that she would be down to be on one of the shows, hopefully. And that's if I ever get it going, because I still have to. If I do it for free, I just one of those things. I don't know if I want to do the free one or do the one that's like 720p. It's like I gotta wait until I get like something going on with it. Because eventually I want to do like some like interview stuff with some people that mess with toys, you know what I mean? Yeah, right now it's kind of hard because like it's a live, but it's not really a gathering of people live, you know what I mean? So it might not be as entertaining as it would be for somebody else. So hopefully soon, I'm hoping in the next 2 or 3 months I can do it where we can have people on, have other people get in the chat and talk about some stuff, and then invite other people. It would be cool. And I like the whole aspect of like interviewing people about their creative processes and like, you know, including like customs, just like art and stuff like that. Because I love art. I love painting and stuff. I just don't have the time to do it a lot of times. And Bub loves to paint. He loves to customize. It'd be cool to just like.
I like painting. I also hate painting.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I love painting, but I also hate it. Like the finished product's cool, but the idea of messing up is what I do not like. That's the worst thing for me. Totally worst thing. And it's like, that's the problem with like being kind of a perfectionist. Like you and I are about the same. Like you get on there and you want it to be a certain way. And if you mess it up, you're like, man, this is trash. And it's never trash. It just, you know, it's just not what you want it. You know, your vision has to change with it. Oh, this week has been dead for social media, and that includes YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, man, I hear you.
Just not much going on.
Now, is it? I mean, I don't know if it's not much going on. Just maybe something's changed with the AI. The AI, I was talking to somebody. So the lady that does the Care Bears, she was talking about maybe doing a YouTube, and she was saying like how she's got like 25, 30,000 followers on Instagram, and I was telling her the process for YouTube, and she's like, "Oh, that's horrible! Like the whole AI pushing out like certain algorithms of your video. If some people don't click on it and watch it, it doesn't get pushed out. So how?" You know how it works. Like if so many people hit on it for the first maybe 15 minutes, they'll put it out to other people, and that's what she doesn't like about about that format. She likes Instagram because she can just put a hashtag and it goes to a certain amount of people, and they might share it to somebody else or share it to the story, and so she likes that part. It's very weird to me how YouTube is. It really is. Even with the live stream, like last week, we had a whole bunch of people watching. Now, granted, I put on my stream a little bit later than what I did last time. Next time, I'll put it out a week in advance. But I don't think we'll have another live for another, 2 weeks?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a while. Yeah, you're right, dude. Like, I think the AI, because I've noticed that about your videos too, because for a while there, I watched your video would hit, and I would kind of like just see how it would perform. So I would know how long it's weird. I would see that, right? So I could see your video and I could see how long it's been on. And so I can look at the number and I would see like, say it would be like 400. I'm like, oh, that must have been dropped a couple hours ago. Well, now I'm noticing it and it says like 200 and it'll show like it was released like 6 hours ago. So I'm like, man, that's kind of weird. Cause typically by now he'd have, maybe 700, 800 views or something like that. So I've noticed that. I have noticed that. Even on some of my videos, but it's like I said before, I'm not as frequent as yours are. And so if I get 15, 30 views on it, it's cool. I screwed up a long time ago by not being consistent. I wish I would have stayed more consistent. But hey, everything's got its price. If I keep doing what I'm doing now, like just put 1 or 2 videos out a week and do a live stream every week or two and keep more activity on here, it'll definitely benefit me. So I'm hoping for the best. I got some ideas. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. All these numbers are false. One determined that. Yep. Absolutely right, man. Well, you ready?
Yeah.
Well, man, hey Pac, I appreciate you like sticking with it, man. I think we're gonna jump off, bro. Yeah, I've determined that edits. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, man. I really do. Man, I think we're gonna sign off, man. I appreciate everybody who's been in here, been in the chat, stopping in, talking a little bit. We appreciate it. And until next time, man, check you guys later. Peace.
Bye.